What is up, everybody? Welcome to AK Plays. I'm AK. Let's play.
Rogue agent neutralized.
What the fuck?
Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking about how I went and used the most OP striker build just before it was nerfed. Now, it's going to be nerfed on Thursday, we already know that. Striker nerf, especially a showstopper nerf, is incoming. Now, I took this opportunity to go out and try it out. I've never run a showstopper or a striker, and so I thought, you know what? I hate when people do this, I know that it's broken, and so let's see just how broken it is. My conclusion? Very broken. It stacks up so fast that it is not even conceivable to me. I couldn't even believe that. I'd be at 100 stacks in what felt like 4 shots. So, it is broken. I understand why people complain. I understand why I've complained. And I get why it's getting nerfed. Now, the one thing I didn't get is, now, this might be that I've never used Showstopper Striker. I'm sure people that are seasoned and use this every day don't have this issue. But for me, the one double-edged sword of this is, yes, you gain stacks almost immediately, but you can also lose them in just a couple of missed shots. So, accuracy became even more important. But in a face tank, this thing was stupid. I mean, if someone face tanked me while I had this stupid showstopper, it was just over for them. I'd get to 100 stacks immediately, I'd be doing a ton of damage, and to make this a little bit more unfair, I did run the 9k stamina version of Striker with this showstopper, so I had insane healing, insane toughness, and insane DPS, making this the most OP version of Striker. Now, I have put out Striker build videos on builds that I think are really good Striker builds, but those videos that I put out are Striker builds that are good but fair and require some skill to be good at. I'm not saying showstopper people that you use no skill. I mean, I used this for about a day and a half. I know, it was very painful for me. I felt like such a mean person. But I used it for about a day and a half, and it does require a little bit of effort. You do have to hit shots, and you get punished if you miss shots, much worse than you do if you're using SMG or AR. But at the same time, your reward for hitting shots is a little too much. Not only are you getting up to your max stacks almost immediately, but the damage you put out so quickly. And plus, I mean, I know the showstopper glitch is still a thing, and me and my team, we did this all together. Most of us were running showstoppers because, you know what, if one of us is going to goof around and try it, why not all of us? So we were goofing around with it, and when we weren't fighting people, we were trying the showstopper glitch. And I don't know if we were doing it right, but I think I got it a couple times, a couple of my teammates got it to work a couple times. And if people are really doing that in PvP, like, that's so gross. I mean, it's already so OP. But I'm not going to preach on that. Everybody knows that glitching and cheating is stupid. Cough, cough, Cronus Max players. But, you know, it's, so the showstopper's been broken just because of all the cheating and glitching and using Cronus and all the things that you can do with it. But even this base version, in its most OP build form, is really just way too strong. And I do understand why this is getting a nerf, and I'm glad I tried it. Obviously, I feel bad for the people that had to be victimized fighting this, but at the same time, I mean, I run into multiple showstopper strikers a day, so I don't feel too bad. But you feel gross using it, in my opinion. Some of you might use this on a daily basis, and for that I apologize that I'm being so rude about the build, but it does feel a little bit unfair, and if you don't see that, well, I'm sorry, I'd say try an AR, even an SMG, and you'll see it's a little more difficult, just because your striker stacks don't build up as quickly, and when they do, although the one good thing about running other types of weapons is you don't lose stacks as quickly. With this showstopper, if you miss shots, you're going to lose all your stacks real quick. So you build them extremely fast, it feels like 10 times faster than an AR or an SMG, but you lose them, I would say, probably 50% as quickly, if that makes sense. You lose them twice as fast? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, but Either way, I'm not going to continue to harp on about the build, about this gun, about everything. I just wanted to give it a try before it got nerfed and kind of give you guys a little bit of a perspective on it if you haven't used this. I hadn't used it. I'd always kind of low-key talked trash about it because it was so gross to fight against. And so I had one player who I sometimes play with who uses this, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it out before I start dissing this build. So I'm glad I tried it, and my conclusions, I've already told you, it is OP, it is kind of gross, and I'm glad it's getting nerfed. It's too much. But I thought it was kind of fun to try it out. It's nice to feel OP every once in a while, and this build makes you feel way more than just OP. It's ridiculous. So I don't recommend using it. It is unfair, and I obviously don't use this ever. This is the first time using Showstopper and on a striker build, and it is definitely going to be the last. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, I didn't really go into what they're going to be doing to Striker and the Showstopper. I did that in a previous video, but if you didn't get that and you want some details, then just ask in the comments and I'll let you know. If not, I will catch you guys next time.